Martí, as 2024 comes to a close and we prepare for the new year to kick off against Watford at Matrade Loftus Road, as you reflect on the past 12 months, what's your outstanding memory?
I think we had some good moments and some good memories, definitely, that I will bring for myself. But yeah, perhaps the moment where we beat at home Leeds 4-0, because the way we managed to get that victory, because what was the meaning behind this victory, that was assuring that we were championship this season, and the togetherness with the fans. I think it was a special night. But I would say that the last game away against Coventry as well, it was very special, the way we finished the season with a new victory, the togetherness with the fans. It's been definitely some up and downs during this year, but I will keep a lot of good memories from the last months, definitely.
And the final game of 2024, of course, was a point at Norwich. Not a happy hunting ground for QPR over the years. I know you had mixed feelings, you said, afterwards, but overall, happy to take the point or satisfied to take the point?
You know, I want to give credit to the guys, because it's not easy to bounce back after a disappointing game, as we had in the Boxing Day against Swansea, because of the amount of adversity that we are facing through injuries, through situations during the games. Just looking back to that game against Norwich, another muscular injury with Lucas during the game, and we had to rush in this third substitution, perhaps unplanned until this moment. So I want to give credit to the guys, because we worked really hard against a good opposition. Obviously, when we look at the performance, we are more happy about the first half than not in the second one. That's a reality, and the fact that we concede the way we concede the goal created that kind of mixed feelings. But for me, it was important in terms of character to show that we could bounce back, and I think the team definitely did. And there are things in our game that we definitely must improve. But in the overall, as I said, I think a feeling that credit to the guys for the hard work, for the first half especially, and then some things that we need to improve to get the bonus of the 3 points.
And the first half is something you were particularly pleased with. Is that something you're encouraging the players to continue? Because starting on the front foot, particularly at home, it seems to have such a big impact on the crowd as well.
Definitely, and we know that in the last game against Preston was massive. It was a big part of our good performance, I would say, because we started well despite then we conceded the goal. But I would say the first 5-10 minutes against Preston were very good. In the game against Norwich, I think that the first 20-30 minutes were very important, because the first halves against Bristol, against Oxford, were a bit disappointing. It was not the expression that we wanted to have. So it's important for us to start the game really well, and as well to set sometimes the standards. I think that many times we tend to think that it's just about us. There is an opposition as well that prepare the game well, that are good teams, that are good managers on the other side. And we need to be aware that sometimes we need not only to match, but as well to set our own standards. So I think that it's very important for the team in terms of confidence, in terms of creating that atmosphere with the fans. Even when we play away, we got 1,700 in the last game. So I know how low they can be, and it's important. It's definitely important.
And Watford, of course, are just outside the playoffs by virtue of goal difference. They've only lost 3 of their last 12. Also worth noting that QPR have only lost 3 of their last 14. So when you compare that, do you feel that QPR as a squad, as your team, are very close to being able to compete at the end of the table that we would like?
I think that it's very important for us to be very humble. As I said before, when we had a bad period, it was very important to not lose the faith in what we were doing. I think that now it's very important to understand that this is a very demanding competition, very demanding league, ruthless, because when you are not ready for those standards, then you will definitely be punished. And in that sense, I think that we play against a team that is very physical, that it's true that perhaps the start of the game for them has not been easy, but instead the way they have finished in the second half, it's been very strong. We could see that in the game that we play against them away some weeks ago, and it's definitely something that we need to be aware that they are very physical, strong, and they don't have many injuries at the moment, which gives us the opportunity to rotate. So I think it's important for us to go game by game, to understand that we did some good things against Norwich that we need to build on, but at the same time to try to improve the things that we can improve, and then be ready for this game.
And Ilkay's chair, he started the last game. It's going to be very difficult for you to look Ilkay's chair in the eye and tell him he's not starting the next game. Do you feel he's now capable of playing 2 games or starting 2 games in quick succession after the timeout?
Yeah, you know how much I rate Ilkay. I said thousands of times, and I will repeat again, for me, he's one of the best players in the league. And it's such an unfortunate case that we lost him not once but twice through 2 different injuries during the beginning of the season. And what unfortunately was costly, not only for him, because he's very eager, he loves the club, he really wants to help us, but at the same time it was very costly for the team, unfortunately, because we were losing a player that can make the difference and win games for us. Now he's in a good mood, which is always a positive thing. So as long as he's on the pitch, as long as he's ready to play, then his mood changed completely. And then the reaction that he had after playing a lot of minutes, significant amount of minutes in the last game, he's feeling good, he's feeling sharp, and that's the most important for us. So now it's about taking decisions as a manager in order to keep him not only in a good shape for the next few games or for the rest of the season, but it's definitely a very good news for us that he's back.
And very finally, the QPR fans have set their stall out for 2025. Almost certainly going to be a sellout again in W12. What are your hopes from them in 2025?
I can only ask them to keep supporting the way they did, because they have been excellent since I came here. It's been a joy to get behind us in every game, away, at home, and hopefully we can bring them 3 points to start the year, and hopefully we're going to have an even more positive year. I saw some stats about how was 23rd against 2024, and in that sense, hopefully we can improve everything that we have done, because that's the mindset that I have as a manager, that's the mindset that we need to have as a club, and yeah, hopefully looking forward to more memories together.